Well, welcome back to the Diaries of M. This is episode 3 of Becoming a Bride. And this weekend we are doing just some finalizing things. I need to get my eyebrows waxed and get my nails done. All of my bridesmaids and I are doing French manicures for our nails, and my nails desperately need it. They've been so thin throughout the years after all of the acrylics and things. I've been giving them a rest for about 2 years now. So I feel like they've gotten stronger, but it's time for me to get them done for the wedding. So the person who's doing my eyebrow waxing is Deidre. She's the one who's done all of my hair laser, electrolysis, all of that stuff. She's wonderful. So we're going back to Alternative Health Associates, the same place that we went to for our Botox as well. Also, I never really told you guys how Abram and I met. So we met on social media. He and I were friends on Instagram, and he followed me back then and liked all of my stuff, all of my photos, all of my videos, and I noticed that he was doing that. So I was like, who is this guy? So I clicked on his profile and looked at his photos, friended him back, of course, and I was like, oh, he's pretty cute. So, you know, I was like, okay, whatever. So time passed on. He was still watching my videos, liking my pictures and videos. So I ended up DMing him first and said, hi, you know, I'm so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. I noticed that you liked my pictures. And then we started talking from there. That talking turned into us exchanging numbers and texting and then calling. And then he was long distance. So I live here in Washington, D.C., and he lived at the time in Oregon, Eugene, Oregon, which is like about an hour and a half south of Portland, Oregon. So we were long distance for about a year and a half. But during that time, we would have like weekly video, like FaceTiming dates and watch movies with popcorn, and just, you know, each one of us would pick a movie on the other person's turn of the week. So that was fun. We did that. I flew out there first to go meet him in person after all of that. And I met his mom when I first went out there. His sister, he took me on this beautiful cruise around Portland. It was so wonderful. And that was great. So I loved Portland then. So I came back. He flew out to DC, I think 6 months later. And I showed him around DC, all of that jazz. And I think we did that once or twice. And we tried to figure out who would move, right? So would I move to Oregon or would he move to DC? At the time, he worked as a transportation driver for a produce company. So he was the one who was delivering produce to different grocery stores. And he told me that he could easily get a job doing what he's doing here. And that's what we did. So he found a job here doing deliveries for Coke. And he moved out here. He drove across country. And I have vivid memories of all of my girlfriends and I at work tracking his destination on the iPhone. We're like, oh, he's in Idaho now, or oh, he's in Ohio. It was so fun. We were tracking him. And looking back, hindsight, I should have flown out there to Oregon and did the road trip back to DC with him. That would have been fun. But hindsight's always 20/20, right? But since then, that was about 7 years ago now. We've lived together since then. And that was wonderful. When I first met his mom, I didn't want there to be any surprises. Abram already knew that I was transgender, so that was no problem. But I didn't want there to be any surprises from his family. I don't really care if someone clocks me or not. I care more about how they treat me as a person. So I wanted them to just know prior to me meeting them. So he told his mom about me being transgender, also his sister. So thankfully they're all cool with it. I think that's how Oregon folks are. They're very accepting. They love different types of people. So I lucked out in that regard. But overall, it was wonderful. I love his mom. I love his sisters, and they are wonderful. And his brother David too. They're all fabulous. So I truly lucked out with, you know, that whole thing. But anyway, that's how we met. It was so fun. It's a different story, a different kind of love story, but it's one that we truly cherish because it's truly off the cuff and something that you don't hear about too often. We found love literally in a hopeless place, that hopeless place being Instagram. But yes, so Anyway, outside of that, when we get done with our appointments, what I want to do is also do a try-on haul of all of the different outfits that I plan to bring to France and Italy that are new, that are old, how I'm mixing and matching, the purses, the shoes that I plan to bring, and have a little lookbook, if you will. So we'll do that shortly. But until then, let's go to our appointments. I'll see you there.
Hello, you don't even know my name, but I am happy you came by. No lessons learned, of course you're gonna leave as soon as you came across who I am not. This party sucks, I'm out of luck, and no one seems to get me here. They talk about some all the stuff that I don't even wanna hear. The crazy part is that I didn't feel this way before I got here. I wanna be somebody, hanging with somebody, Can I be somebody, dancing with somebody? I wanna be somebody,
All right, friends, we are back home in our closet here, and it's been wonderful seeing Deidre, seeing everyone at Salon Meraki. It's been years. As I've mentioned, I've been trying to really strengthen my nails and, do my own kind of self-care and beauty regimen, but it turns out that I actually need to see Deidre every so often. She just does a wonderful job. I'll come in closer on my eyebrows. They are so wonderful and so just perfected and cleaned up. As you can see, she did a wonderful job, very crisp. So I'm looking forward to that. And then for the nails here, I have pink and white, which is always my go-to. The pink part is bubble bath, I love the bubble bath pink. It's just so light and a little bit more natural than the other pinks. So that's what I went with. But it was great. Everything was wonderful. I had a great time and a great little pamper for myself. But what I want to do now, as I've mentioned before, I want to do a try on haul of all the outfits that I will be wearing in Paris and France. As you guys know, I love fashion. Paris is the fashion capital of the world, one of them besides Milan, New York, and London. So I have to do justice for our American style, if you will. So I went shopping. I bought some stuff from online boutiques that I really frequent and love. So I'm going to try on each one of those and do a little fashion show for you guys. I did this before a few years ago when I went to France, and it was wonderful. It was fun, and I got some tips from you guys on how to elevate it even more. But I had fun. So without further ado, I'm going to stop yapping and let's start this fashion show.
Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. Yeah, I'm a heart.
Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. Do it for the fun of it. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. A cold blooded killer. Do it for the fun of it. Wanna be a king slave. Give me my crown. Bow down to your queen pin. Give it to me now. Bow down to your queen pin.
Yeah, you better listen up.
Listen when I'm feeling it. Yeah, I got a hit list. Never chasing any bag, only teach where to place them. Solo on a throne, don't need another man telling me how to live my life lavishly, cause I'm built different, boy, let me speak. Try to pretend me, but you take it to the main dish. After a taste, got you wanting more, but you gotta work for it. Tryna impress me, but you're shaking when I lean in. Wanna let me ride, but you're out of breath, boy, you gotta work for it. Boy, you gotta work it. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. Do it for the fun of it. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. A cold-blooded killer. Do it for the fun of it. Wanna be a king slayer. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. Do it for the fun of it. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. A cold-blooded killer. Do it for the fun of it. Wanna be a king slayer. Give me my crown. Bow down to your queen. Give it to me now. Bow down to your queen. Give me my crown. Bow down to your queen. Give it to me now. Bow down to your queen.
Yeah, you better listen up.
I've been out of you adore. Call me treasure cause I'm gold. I ain't different from before. Running back, I've always been bold. What's up, with my persona? You gon' cry with my sneakers on. Every time I walk, make the beat go boom, boom. Hit it with the shots like rat-tat-tat. Try to pretend me, but you take it to the main dish. After a taste, cause you wanted more, but you gotta work for it. Tryna impress me, but you're shaking when I lean in. Wanna let me ride, but you're out of breath. Boy, you gotta work for it. Boy, you gotta work for it. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. Do it for the fun of it. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. A cold-blooded killer. Do it for the fun of it. Wanna be a king slayer. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. Do it for the fun of it. Yeah, I'm a heartbreaker. A cold-blooded killer. Do it for the fun of it. Wanna be a king slayer. Give me my crown. Bow down to your queen. Give it to me now. Bow down to your queen. Give me my crown. Bow down to your queen. Give it to me now. Bow down to your queen.
Yeah, you better listen up.
Right, so that ends our little fashion show. I had so much fun putting the outfits together, showing you guys what I had: shoes, belts, dresses, shorts, the whole shebang. I'm so curious to see and hear what your thoughts are and which outfit is your favorite. Again, these outfits are both for Paris and our honeymoon in Italy. So I think I have enough outfits here to mix and match, have something new every single day. But overall, I'm excited. This concludes Becoming a Bride as a Transgender Woman, episode 3. Next time I will see you is either in Paris or after Paris, because I do want to compile everything that we have from both our wedding and our honeymoon, so that way you have a video of everything, not just snippets. So I think you will see me in the next 3 to 4 weeks after the wedding. After the honeymoon, you will see the wedding dress that was selected. You will see all of these outfits that were just modeled for you and so much more. Thank you again for joining me on this 3-part series. It's been so fun. If you have any questions about any transgender topics, bathing suits, how to tuck, estrogen, spironolactone, the whole shebang, laser, anything, please reach out to me directly and I will give you all of the tips and tricks that I know and then some. We are a community, we are a team, and when one of us succeeds, we all succeed. So thank you again. I'll stop yapping. I will see you very soon and take care.
Yeah, you better listen up.